You have to be careful on how you deal with stress, and you have to be careful on how you deal with your own exhaustion levels. I'm guessing we can learn a little bit from that too, because I'm guessing people without the diagnosis probably don't necessarily manage themselves that well. I'm sure you work with people in the PR business and the online business that sometimes just burn it too far, or maybe are on social media too much to where they don't know when to give themselves a break. What can you tell us about that?
Well, I just think really it's being realistic, and I used to like that, knowing your ceilings and your floors, you know, when you're going too hard, you know, but I just think it's knowing when to stop. But I think one of the most important things really as well, and I think with MS, because your nerves can only go for so long before they start kind of like, whoa, stop. You know, you've got a certain amount of time. Everybody's different, as we said earlier. But I think it's actually being aware of that, understanding it, so having some information to know that, and then planning your time, you know, thinking, well, okay, I'm going to do a short session here, I'm going to break. And I think you can do whatever, you can achieve anything. But you just need to do a bit of thought, a bit of planning before you do it, really.
Yeah.
And I would say to anyone, don't let it stop you. But perhaps, maybe, sometimes, because they may not need it, sometimes you need to work for shorter and stop. You might need to think about trying to have regular breaks. Time out. You know, simple things like that. And even people that haven't got MS, you say that to them and like, well, I tried that, you know. Actually, because you think, oh, I've got to get this assignment done, I've got an exam, I've got to keep... But your brain can only hold so much information. So having some nice, you know, it's like when you're talking, nice little pleasant pause. You know, just building that into your life is achievable. And actually being realistic about what you can achieve and maybe what you might need a bit longer to achieve.
I think these days we're getting more attuned with the fact that we need sleep.
Yeah.
You know, 20 years ago it was like, you know, the less sleep you got, the better you were and the tougher you were. But I think now people are starting to tune in to getting the quality of work. Sleeping, getting that training in that way.
Yeah, absolutely. And your diet.
Yeah,
you know, you need your diet, your sleep, and exercise. Some people say, I just need to go and blow my head out, clear my head, go and do some sport. I think I like that with clay shooting, you know, because it's like, bang, you know, it's quite focusing, but a totally different subject. And I think that's really important to actually plan your time. You know, with MS, as I said, it's achieving things in manageable ways.
Continue watching this fascinating conversation for free by clicking on the link below to visit our website, learn from the best minds in the world, and connect with a community of passionate people building the best versions of themselves. Just click on the link below, and I'll see you on the inside.